No. Okay, so let's get started. Just make sure you have a Unity Hub open, and we're doing a new project. So just click on New, and it's gonna make our project. So our project today is gonna be shops, or making a shop, making a money system, and then you're able to spawn things based on how much money you have. So I'm gonna call this project shops, or just shop, I guess, shop system. I'm just gonna call it shops. And just click on create. Okay. Once you have that, once you click on that, your game starts to load. So just give it a couple seconds. While you let it load, I'm going to share with you a link so you can download the assets. Um, let me let me open it up. So I'm going to post it on the chat. So just click on that link. And then download the package. And just like last time, just drag it into Unity, into the project folder, and just hit import, make sure everything's checked off, and yeah, just load your program, load your scene. And just click import. Okay, and then just click on reload, so it can reload the whole scene. Okay, and you should just have this blank scene. You should have a player. You should have your canvas and everything ready set, ready to start. I think player still has this. I forgot to remove the script, so just remove script. Remove the random script that's there. It's just a script and it says missing. Just remove component when you click on the player.
What?
So you just click on the player whenever you load everything, and then on the inspector all the way in the bottom it should. I think yeah, I left a random script there and it says missing. Just right click. Click on the wheel and just or on the three dots and remove.
It's not letting me, for some reason, import it into Unity.
I'm not in Unity yet.
What is
I don't think mine.
It's just when I try to drag it from my folder to Unity, it does like the cross, so that it doesn't let me.
Are you dragging it into the project folder?
I'm dragging it from like my download folder into the assets folder.
Yeah, then that should work. It's not letting you
I don't know why it's not.
Do you want to share your screen?
Okay.
I don't think mine has that.
No, you're supposed to download. So click on the link that I just sent you, and then download the thing, and then you just drag it in, and then it should let you do it.
Yeah, I downloaded it.
Okay, so I just dragged this in here. See, it doesn't work.
Yeah, it doesn't work because for some reason your thing converted it to a zip. So can you unzip it? Can you click and drag it into desktop?
This?
Yeah. You just click and drag it into the desktop so it can extract.
It's right here?
Yeah, now you can click and drag that into Unity.
Okay. Huh. Just put it there.
Okay, remove that. Delete that.
Oh.
Okay, right click on that file on the desktop. Yeah, and rename it. Rename. Yeah.
I can't see.
Yeah.
All right.
Can you remove the .gz? Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. Okay, and then drag it into Unity.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Import.
And click import. You should have yeah, just reload. Perfect.
All right,
You should have
cool.
your sheet ready. And did you get yours, Benjamin?
I think I did.
Okay. So you should see a green floor and then your player.
Yeah, I see it. I don't see
Okay.
my player though.
So your player is invisible. So just click on the player on the left hand side on the hierarchy, and then your player should show
There's
up. Or
nothing
just
on the hierarchy. Oh
uh
wait, there's
yeah,
something
there's
on
a,
the asset folder.
just click on the arrow that's pointing on
Oh,
the sample.
oh, oh, okay, okay. Okay, now I see it.
Okay. All right. So I think everyone has it open. So let's get started. So yeah, meet some people. Okay. So now that we have this scene loaded up, the first thing we're gonna do is, since we're doing a shop, we're gonna do some buy buttons. So we're gonna create some buttons. So when we click on them, they're going to um, allow us to buy that object. So the objects that we're gonna buy are three. Okay. So we're gonna buy three types of turrets. So if you go to models, you'll see three turrets. So it's in the assets folder in the bottom. Just click on models, and then inside models we have laser beamer, missile launcher, and standard turret. So these are the three turrets that we're gonna spawn. So you don't have to drag them out. I'm just showing you that these are the three turrets that we're gonna spawn. The turrets aren't going to do anything. We're not implementing logic. We just want to spawn them, and then we're gonna keep track of how much money we have and what's the cost for each one. Okay. So these are the three turrets that we're going to spawn. Now, to do that, again, we're going to create a buy button. So let's go to the canvas. Let's double click on the canvas and it's going to zoom out. It's going to be this white um, transparent square. You're just going to see a border. So it's in your world's very tiny. To make this easier, on the top of your right below the play button, there's going to be a not really not directly below it, but like on the same kind of bar. There's going to be a 2D button. So if you see my screen, it's you see where my mouse is moving. That is where the 2D button is. Just click on that, and it's going to squeeze your scene into 2D. Okay, so make sure you click on that 2D button. Okay, once you have your 2D button pressed, what we're going to do is we're going to create our, since we're buying only three turrets, we're going to create three images. So let's right click on canvas. Okay, so go to the left on the hierarchy, right click on canvas. Okay, and then we're going to go to UI and we're going to look for image. Okay, so once you have that, you click on it, it's going to show you a white box. So this is fine. So this white square, what we're going to do is I'm just going to drag it to the bottom left, something like this. If you see my screen, something like this. I'm going to just put it down here. After you have this one, we're going to do another one. So right click again, go to UI, image. So we're going to make a total of 3 images. And each one is going to be next to each other. So right click on canvas, UI, and then image. Okay. And there we go. Okay. We have 3 boxes.
Wait just a minute. The lines.
Hmm?
Never mind.
Okay, so once we have our images, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add we're going to change the images. So we already have images for you. If you go back to the assets folder, to the main assets folder, and then go to PNG. So there's a folder called PNG. Open it up. And then we have. Oh, I lied. I don't have it. Oof. Okay, let me upload it for you guys. I thought I had it in there. One moment. Okay, if you guys go back to the link, let me post it again just in case you lost it. Back in the chat. Open up the drive again. Click on the link, and then now there should be 3 PNGs. So right click and download the PNGs, and then drag them into Unity, the PNG folder, or just drag them outside, whichever one you want, as long as you drag them into Unity.
But why are we making these?
Was that?
Why are we making like these enemies or something?
This is for shopping. So we are gonna have some sort of money system. Let's just say we collect some sort of money, and then we want to buy turrets. We want to buy doors, walls, stairs. It's kind of like a Fortnite thing.
Wait, oh, just a minute. PNG, where's all my things?
Once you download them, click on each one, or just click on all 3 of them, whichever one is easier for you. And then go to the properties and inspector, and it's going to tell you texture type, and it's going to be default. So click on default and change it to Sprite 2D UI. And then press apply, and then the sprite should change.
What?
I'm sorry. Could you put the link of the Google Drive back in the chat, because I can't access it? Because I had to restart my computer and the entire chat is wiped out. All right, thanks.
Wait, what did you just do?
What do you mean? What did I just do?
Like,
I downloaded all 3 of them, put them inside the project folder, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so look at my screen. I'm clicking on all 3 of them. So I'm clicking on all 3. And then up here, where it says texture type, it's going to be default. So just click on default and then change it to Sprite 2D UI.
Okay.
Okay. Once you change that.
Mine doesn't let me click all 3 of them.
Okay, just click on one then, and then do each one individually.
Okay.
Okay, so just click on 2D and UI, and then at the bottom there's a button called apply, and press that button and it should change the picture. So your picture should look something like mine on my screen.
Okay, I think I did.
Okay, so once you have your pictures ready, click on each image. So let's click on one of the boxes, and in the first box you see where it says on the image component, this is source image, and this is none sprite. You can just click and drag your turret into.
Wait, where'd you get those 3 images of the turrets? I don't have them in my PNG folder.
They're in the Google Drive.
Yeah, you have to download them. So go to Google Drive and download them. Okay, and then just click on each box, and then click and drag your sprite into that white cube, and then that white cube is now going to change to the correct picture. So your screen should look something like this.
And these are like oh yeah, sorry. These are the pictures like we click on in order to buy it, right? Like
correct. Correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
So we're buying shooting thingies.
Yeah. Well, they're not going to be shooting. They're just going to be stationary. But yeah, that's the idea.
Are we gonna make them like? Oh wait, never mind.
No, we're not going to add AI to them. That's what we did last time.
Yeah.
Wait, do we have to like change like their format or something? Because my images look really weird.
Yeah, click on each image and make sure you change their properties. So click on an image, and then on the inspector, it says texture type, and change it from default to Sprite 2D and UI.
Okay.
And just hit apply.
Mine's good.
Okay, that's good.
Except that all my images are image without parentheses.
Wait, where do we drag the image? Do we drag it under source image?
Yeah, so where you click on the image and then it says source image, yeah, and just click and drag it where it says none, and it should
Okay.
replace it. Mhm.
Should we rename them in the hierarchy? Is that okay? Or
Yeah, you can name them in the hierarchy. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I should
Okay.
probably do that. So I can say like turret. This one is what rocket launcher. And this one laser. Okay, so once you have all three images ready, yeah, you can rename them too. What we're gonna do is we're also gonna put kind of a border around them, kind of signaling these three things you are available to purchase. Because if you just have three random images floating, it's going to confuse your player. Like, what's going on here? What is this for? So
Yeah.
usually menus have some sort of border. So what you're going to do is on your canvas. So click on your canvas on the hierarchy, and then right click on it, and then we're going to click on. I mean, we're going to hover over UI, and then click on panel. Okay.
Oh wow.
So when you click on panel, you're
That
going to
is
get this kind of grayish, kind of transparent big thing.
Oh, is
Uh,
panel for making like backgrounds? Because I remember we did that yesterday too.
Yeah, that's exactly what we're
Okay.
going to do. And the tool you're going to use is 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth, the fifth tool or letter T. You can just press the letter T and that changes the tool. And then so you're going to get these little blue dots. So just click on the blue dots. Those are the anchor points, and just move it down to something like something around like this. You're just kind of enveloping the three images. I'm just going to move my images a little bit lower. So all three of them, something
okay.
like
Let me
this.
do that.
Okay. Once you have your panel in place, click and drag your three things: laser, rocket, your three turrets, and drag them inside panel. So panel is the parent. Okay. And
Oh.
when you drag them inside the panel, the images would be a little more clear. If you have them outside, they're going to be kind of grayed out because the gray is on top of the image. But if you click and drag your three objects inside panel, it's gonna go back to its normal color because it's now on top of the gray stuff.
Okay. Let me do that.
Mhm.
Oh my god. Oh. Are the panels the parent? Wait.
Yeah, panel is the
For
parent.
for what? Oh,
Sorry,
for the images?
yeah, for the images.
I didn't name them.
It's okay. You don't have to name them. It's optional.
No. Wait. Control. Wait. How do I make it into a parent?
You just click and drag it into panel.
All of them?
All three of them. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm back. My internet's really slow, so it took a while to get Unity, turn on Unity. But
Mhm.
what do I do?
Where did you leave off?
I basically missed like everything up until this point.
Okay. Okay. Let me go over it quickly.
All right.
So just make sure you have the package open, right? Did you
Yeah,
import the whole
I've
package?
already
Okay.
done that.
And then your canvas, you created your three images. Did you
Uh,
create, yeah, three white boxes? Did you create three white boxes?
Okay, hold on. I'll make that.
Okay, just right click on canvas, and then right click on canvas, and then go to UI, and
In
then
the
go to image.
hierarchy?
Yeah, in the hierarchy, yeah.
Oh.
And then go to UI, and then click on image.
Yeah.
Okay, and then do that 2 more times so you can create 3 images. I just order the images, left to right. The first one on the left, second one in the middle, and third one on the right.
Okay, so, sorry, hold on. How do you get that grid view again? Is that just, do I just hit the 2D thing at the,
It's next to the 2D thing. It's like a little grid icon. You don't need the grid. The grid, I don't even use the grid. Okay, did you create your 3 images?
yeah, I'm just moving them now so they're next to each other.
Okay. And then did you download the 3 PNGs from the website or from the drive?
Not yet. I'll do that now. All right, I've downloaded them.
Okay, and just click and drag them inside your assets folder. So just drag them in.
Hey.
Oh. Why is there a key and a hammer?
That was yesterday's project. We did a
What was
project with
yesterday?
yesterday's project was collecting items, backpack, making a backpack.
Okay, so I've moved them to the assets folder.
Okay, so just click, right click each one. Not right click. Control click each one. So select all 3 of them. Hold control and then click all 3 images.
Oh shoot, I accidentally just made a duplicate. Delete. All right, so control. Wait, whenever I hold control and then click one, it duplicates the image.
Okay, just click each one individually then. Okay, just click on one then, and then go
Alright.
to the inspector. The first option is this texture type. Change
Yeah.
it from default to Sprite 2D in UI.
Okay.
Okay, do the same, and then at the bottom there's a apply button. Click apply, and then do the same thing for the other 2.
Okay. All right, that's done.
All 3 of them.
Yep, all 3 of them.
Okay, and then click on the image you created, the white box. Click
Yeah.
on one on the hierarchy, and then on the inspector, go to look at the right on the inspector. It says source image under image, and it
Yeah.
says none. Click and drag one of your one of the images into the none.
Okay.
So the stuff you just changed, drag it in there, and it should change the picture.
Okay, I did that.
Okay, did you do for all 3?
I will do that now. All right.
Okay, so once you have that, we're going to create a panel. So right click on canvas. We're on the hierarchy. So right click on canvas.
Yeah.
And then go to UI.
Yeah.
And then we're going to click on panel.
Panel. Okay.
Okay. Then you're going to get this giant gray thing. So just zoom out a bit. And then
scale it down.
don't scale it down. We need to change the size of it. The boundary, sorry. So click on the rect tool. So that's the 5th tool, or press T.
Okay. Oh.
Okay.
Hold on. My Dell support assist just popped up. Okay, click T.
Type, okay. Okay, so you're gonna get this little box. There's gonna be blue circles. So just click on
Yeah.
one of the blue circles on the top left and just shrink it down to kind of to just surround the three images. So just kind of look at my screen. You see how my screen I shrunk it. I shrunk it and so it can have all these three images in one kind of box. So it's kind of like a menu.
All my white cubes are huge, so I gotta make those smaller. What is your width and height set out for?
White cubes.
Yeah, the images.
Oh, the pictures of the turrets are big.
For me, they're huge. They're 100 by 100.
Yeah, they should be 100 by 100.
Oh, okay.
I think everyone else is the same.
Oh, all right. All right. So the panel. I did the panel.
Okay, and then that's it. Well, yeah, one last thing. Click and drag all three images into panel. So just click and drag them into panel, and they should be children of the panel. Children of the panel.
Children of the panel. Okay.
Okay.
Oh yeah. I think I fixed it.
Okay, and then that's it.
All
Yeah,
right.
and then we're here. All right, so let's continue, everyone. So we have this now. We have our panel, and we have our three pictures. So the next thing we're gonna do is let's rename our panel to by menu. So I'm gonna call this by menu. Okay, and then the next thing we need to do is we need to change this rectangle transform. So you see the icon with the blue arrows. So just click on that icon, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna click on the bottom middle. So there's a red dot that's in the bottom middle. So click on that bottom center. It's your text to change from stretch to bottom and center. Okay. So make sure you guys have that so you can dock to the bottom. Okay. All right. The next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna do something similar to what we did here, but instead of actually one last thing. Let's go back to the pictures of turrets and the lasers and everything. I forgot that we're supposed to add text to these just so we know how much each thing costs. So let me put this up just a bit so we can put text in the bottom. So just click on each picture. So click on the first picture, right click UI and then text, and it should make a child inside the image. Okay. Once you have this text, just bring it down. I don't know, somewhere around here, I guess. And then center it. So on the right-hand side on your inspector, you have all your properties. So just center your text and then change your text to, I don't know. I'm just going to make random numbers or random prices. I'm just going to type 10 for this one. I'm going to make my size, text size a little bit bigger. So I'm going to make it 20, 25. Oops, not
Yeah, let me do that.
25. And then do the same thing for the other two. So right click, UI text, center it. Okay. Center your text, change the text size to 25, and then change the price to, I'm going to do 15 for this one. And for the laser, I'm going to do 20. Like that. Okay. So it's going to look something like
Where
this.
do we
If you
change
want,
the text size?
the text size is going to be inside the properties. So in the inspector.
Is it font size?
Yeah, font size. Sorry, text size, font size. So I put mine to 25.
I'm gonna put mine to.
If you want to put dollar signs, you can, or you want to put any other symbol, you can. I'm just going to leave it at 10. That's an unspecified amount. It's for $20.
I'm gonna do 10. Okay. Oh, I think it's my.
Okay, so once you have this, your text ready, again, your pricing, I mean, it does matter later, but for now, just put it. This is just placeholders for now. The next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna put how much money we currently have. So
Wait, I'm not
we're gonna.
done yet.
Okay.
Let me just do it real quick. Wait, so I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
If we're done with this, so this thing we just made is gonna show on the screen.
Sorry, say that one more time.
So when we play this the menu, the buying thing, gonna show it's gonna show on our screen, right?
Yeah, it should show up in our screen. Okay, so let's move on. So the next thing we need to do is display how much money we have. To do that, right click on the canvas, and we're going to create another panel. Okay, and we're going to do something similar to what we did in the bottom, except that we're not going to put it in the bottom, we're going to put it in the top. So I'm going to make this small, something around here. Okay.
What's
And this is your panel. And then inside your panel, I'm just going to do a simple text. And your text, I don't know, put amount or money, I guess.
money? So we're doing another panel.
Yeah, just another panel. And then inside that panel, we're going to do a text. So the text is a child of that panel. Okay. And I'm going to put money. And then I'm going to center my text and make my text bigger. Something about maybe 30, 20, 28, I guess. It gives 30. Just makes the text bigger, the text box bigger, so you can see the text. Okay, so your screen should look something like this.
Money?
Oh, yeah, you don't have to say money. Whatever money you want.
Okay,
It's your
this one.
made up game money.
And we don't have to rename the panel anything, right?
No, you don't have to name it. The text, I would suggest you renaming the text. So like you can call it like money text because we are going to be changing the text for this. So just call it money text. Mm-hmm. Okay, so once you have that, so once you have both of your canvases, we'll just center like that. Okay, so now it's centered. Perfect. Okay, so now we have our canvas ready. So now if you press play, both of the canvases will show up. So everywhere you move, that canvas is always showing up. So we're good.
Okay, let
Now
me just.
yeah. Now what we want is we want exactly what we did yesterday, where we want to press a button, and that button is going to enable. Yeah, that button
Wait,
is. Uh-huh.
something's wrong with mine. I don't see the buy button. Oh, what happened? Something happened to mine.
What happened?
I don't know, but then it's like something.
Do you want to share your screen? Okay. Let's see.
Crossed out.
Oh, that just means your panel. Oh, one. Okay, so yeah, the reason why that happened because your rectangle went to negative position. So click on your panel. Yeah. No, your panel. Your click on your text. Yeah, and then click on the top. On the top. No. The top. Hover your mouse over the top of the rectangle. Yeah. Yeah. You were just on it. No. Undo. Undo it.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Now hover your mouse on top of the square. On top of the rectangle. I mean, the top line of the rectangle. Yeah. Click and drag it down. Yeah. Right. Okay. Now move it up just a bit to make it. Okay. Whatever size you want.
No. Maybe that's too square.
Whatever amount, whatever size you want. That's fine. Okay, and then change the settings, the stretch settings. You see the blue arrows? Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, and then click onto the top. No, not the bottom. We're anchoring to the top. Yeah,
this.
top. Right down. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, it should work. Yeah, so one thing I forgot to tell you guys, let me go back to my my screen, is the anchoring. Yeah, panels are very weird, so you just have to change the settings of it. So just click on your panel, the one you just created for the money, and change the stretch, so where the blue arrows are, change it, and just set to the top, because this is sticky to the top. This menu is sticky to the bottom. This one, the money one, is going to be sticky to the top. So change the stretch settings to top center, and it should stick there. It should be sticky there. Okay. All right. So now that we have that, your canvas again should be working. So you can get out of 2D mode. So just click on the 2D button and then focus back on your player, so we can start working on our buying stuff. So we're gonna make click on your player. On the right hand side, click on Add Component.
Wait. Wait. Click on player.
Okay, click on player.
Oh.
Yeah, click on player, and then on the inspector, add component. And we're gonna add a component called shopping, or not shopping. That sounds kind of lame. Should we call it
Money.
Shop system.
shop system? Perfect.
Okay.
Shop system. Shop system. Okay, so once you click on create an ad, open it up, and we're gonna move on to Visual Studio. We're gonna start coding our stuff.
I have an error.
Already?
It's like associate script cannot be loaded. Please fix any compiled errors and assign a valid script.
Okay, let me check your screen. Let's see. You're still sharing, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I told you to remove this script. So you see the one that says missing? Just remove component. Yeah, that's good, and it takes care of that problem. Yeah. So this is not an error. This is called a warning, because it has an exclamation mark. When it's yellow, it's a warning.
Wait. How do I go in?
Just click on the triple dots. Click on the triple dots, and then click on edit script. The last one. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So once we have this this thing open, we're gonna start our code. So the first thing we're gonna do is, of course, keep track of our shop menu. Sorry, yeah, keep track of our shop menu. So let's go inside our class, and we need reference to our shop menu. So it's gonna be a game object, so we can turn it on and off. So we're gonna say public game object shop menu.
Game object. Oh my god.
Okay.
Menu.
Okay. After that, we need a reference to our shop text. I mean, our money text. So, well, actually, no. Well, first, we're going to keep track of how much money we have, and then we're going to keep track of how much text we have. Or sorry, the text that's controlling, displaying how much money we have. So, first, it's going to be public int. This one, we are dealing with only round numbers. We're not dealing with decimals because it's money. We don't care about decimals. Unless you do, you can make it a float, but I'm just going to keep it as int, keep it simple. And I'm just going to call it money, public int money, and public text. Oh, text, money text. Money text.
Mine says the normal money. Do I have to put that?
You can put whatever you want.
Oh.
Okay, and then up here on the after using Unity Engine, oh, I think I deleted something. One moment, guys. There you go.
Mine also says Unity Engine UI.
Uh,
The last one.
yeah, and then the last one you have to say using Unity Engine .ui. Okay, because we're using a
Mine already says that.
Oh, yours already says that. That's cool. It automatically imported it.
Hey, nice job, Unity.
That's good. Maybe your 2019 version already automatically imports it. 2020. I mean. I have the lame 2017 version.
That's what I have.
Okay. Well, whatever. Just make sure you have this line though, using Unity Engine.ui. Okay, so once we have
Kind of
once
weird
we
how
keep
it
track
doesn't
of-
automatically import it.
yeah, that's fine. So we have money text. In money text, we have to set what is our default money. So in our start function, we're gonna say money text dot text, and our text is going to be amount. Well, not money, and then colon, space, and then plus, and then money to string because it's an integer, and we need to convert our integer into text. So money to string. In C#, this is the way you typecast an integer to or a number to a string. So just say dot to string. Okay. So then our text changes to however much money we have, and yeah. Okay.
I'm sorry, I got an error. I'm not exactly sure why.
What's your error?
I'll read it. So it basically just says the name money text does not exist, even though.
Just
Shoot!
make
Sorry, that was my bad. I forgot to do the public texting. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So now the next thing we're gonna do is there's we have to do one more thing. We want to whenever we want to buy a turret, we want to place it at a certain location. So it's gonna be based on our viewport or where our mouse is going. We're gonna have two buttons. The first one it's gonna enable the shop, so we can turn on, turn off the shop, and the second one is going to turn on and off where we're gonna place that that turret. So first, let's start off with opening and closing the shop. So I like using the letter I because I've been playing Hitman, so I is my menu button. So if I'm gonna type if input dot get key down. Okay. If you want to do another key, that's totally fine. I remember yesterday that you guys wanted to do the Minecraft button. I think it was E. So if you want to press E, you can. I'm just gonna type I.
In Roblox, I think it's like E or something.
Yeah, you can type E if you want. That's totally fine.
I'm
As long
used
as
to
you, the last letter instead of I, just put E, just capital E. Okay, and I'm just gonna leave it at I.
not
Okay.
E.
And what we're gonna do is just like last time, we're going to have a boolean that's gonna change from whatever it was to the opposite of it, and then depending on what that value is, that's gonna turn it on or turn it off. So this is gonna act like a toggle. So we're gonna go back up here to after public text money text. We're gonna make a private boolean, so private bool, and we're gonna call it can shop. So make sure you have this boolean.
Wait, what? Just a minute. Private bool can.
Okay. So and now we go back down inside our if statement, and in our if statement, we're gonna say can shop is equal
Mine
to
has an error.
not can shop.
Mine has an error.
Was that
Mine has an error. It has an error.
yours has an error?
Wait. Oh wait. Did I just do something wrong? Oh yeah, I think. Never mind. Okay,
Oh, okay. So yeah, so we just go inside the if statement, and our if statement, our can shop is going to be opposite of what it currently is. So can shop equals not can shop. And here we're going to do another if statement. So if can shop,
Equals what? Explanation mark. Can shop.
yeah, exclamation mark can shop. Yeah. So here we're going to do another if statement, and we're checking if can shop is true. So curly braces. And if it is true, we are going to, we're going to unlock our cursor because our cursor is locked. So we're able to move our mouse to click the menu button. So we're going to say cursor dot lock state equals cursor lock mode dot none. So we're disabling our lock mode for our mouse.
A minute, I'm not like almost there.
Okay.
So I'm kind of confused on what you're doing. Cursor box. Is that live or state?
What's that? Why?
Cursor dot lock live or state?
Lock state.
Okay. I think I'm good.
Okay. So and then when if we can shop, we're gonna turn on our shop menu. So we're gonna say shop menu dot set active, and we're setting it to true. Okay. And then right below our if statement, we're gonna do the opposite of what we just did. So we're gonna turn off our shop, and we're gonna set our cursor back to lock mode. We're gonna say else cursor dot lock state equals cursor
Where do you write that
lock
out?
mode dot locked, and then shop menu dot set active false. Okay. So I'll give you guys I'll give you guys a minute to finish this up. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Go to the bathroom quickly. Okay. So we have this done. So yeah, so just save your code. Press Control S to save. Let's go back to Unity. Okay. Okay. On Unity, if you scroll all the way to the down on the inspector, I'll do your new script called Shop System. The first item, it says Shop Menu, and it says None. We need to drag our panel. So from the left side. So click on your canvas. Okay, and then it's going to be called Buy Menu. I think that's what everyone called it. And then click and drag Buy Menu into Player, the Player Shop System. Okay, so from the buy menu from here all the way to here, where it says Buy Menu. Your first panel. If you didn't rename it something, it should be your first panel. So scroll down to your script. And then click and drag your panel inside shop menu. Yeah. So once you have that, press play. Okay. And then when you press play, you should be able to press your button. So mine, you can press I. It turns on. It turns off. And then when you turn it on, you see that your mouse is free and it's able to click any of those 3 objects. And when you take it off, your mouse goes back and gets confined. It goes back.
I noticed that like when my mouse gets free, when I move it, it actually still moves the screen.
Yeah, because your player movement is still on. We can turn it off if you want.
Yeah, I want to turn it off because it's kind of weird.
Okay. Okay, so let's go back to our script. So shops. So if you want to turn off our movement, our camera movement, that's called the FPS script. If we want to remove our player movement, that's called player movement FPS script. So whichever, depending on which one you want to disable, if you want to disable both of them, that's fine. If you just want to disable one, that's also fine. Or if you don't want to disable anything, that's also fine. So inside our if statement, to disable our camera movement, so basically our rotating around, we have to say get component in children.
Mine is little because it's still loading.
Okay.
Wait, can shop. Where did you got that from?
It's after our if statement. Our if statement can shop equals true. It's line 24, somewhere around there. Yeah. And then here we're gonna say get component in children.
The component in children.
Mm-hmm.
In children.
Okay, and then less than sign, and the component we're looking for is FPS. Open close parentheses. And all we're gonna say is enabled equals false. After that, we're gonna say get component. And this one belongs to the same layer where we are. So we're gonna say get component player movement FPS. Parentheses dot enabled equals false. Just copy these 2 lines again, and then put it after else, and then change this to true, and then change this to true, so it can re-enable. Okay, and that's how you disable and enable both of them. Again, if you don't want one of them, just erase one of them. If you don't want any of them, just erase both of them.
What's the difference between them?
FPS is your movement, so it's kind of like your head movement. So you can look down, you can look up, side, you can rotate left, you can rotate right. Our player movement, it's only our WASD movement. So nothing to do with rotation.
So it makes it so you just can't walk when you're in inventory?
Yeah, so player movement disables your walking. FPS disables your looking around.
Okay.
Yeah, so just save it. And then you can try it out. You can press play. And your player movement should be disabled. So you press I, and then you can't move anymore. It's just kind of frozen. You press I again, and you're back to normal.
Do you still
What's that?
Do you still put it on all?
Yeah. You change it to true. Change them to true.
May I ask, is there a way to, when you hit E, like instead of just your mouse popping up on the screen, it's just your crosshair? Because, like, you know what I'm talking about, right? Like, when you hit E, the mouse, like, your cursor you can't really look around.
What?
How do I explain this? You know, when you hit E, instead of your crosshair looking around, it's your cursor.
When you press E, it's your cursor that's looking
But
around.
like, just press E.
Okay.
You see how like your cursor is hovering above the screen instead of your crosshair?
Oh, you want your mouse to change? Okay. Yes,
Is there a
there
way?
is. Yes. So this is instead of the
Wait,
crosshair.
do you want your mouse
Uh,
to look like a crosshair?
Yeah. So
Ah.
you have to just change your mouse icon.
Oh well.
Yeah, change the Windows mouse icon, I guess.
No, don't do that. It's you
Oh.
can do it. You can do it via game. I've never thought of doing that, so I actually don't know how to do that. Let me look it up quickly.
Well, wouldn't there be just like one crosshair on the screen and then another crosshair moving around?
Oh yeah, you can just disable your your crosshair, and then your mouse would be your crosshair now. Instead of saying lock mode locked, it's going to be confined.
This
So
is
then
getting too complicated. I don't know if I want.
Yeah, no, you're locked. You just lock mode instead of locked because locked means it's going to hide your mouse and it's going to be in the center. If you want your mouse just to be in the dead center, and then you want your icon to represent your your aiming thing, then you can change it to confined, and then you can change your. So here's a reference of setting your cursor. So then you just have to import your cursor 2D texture, and then you apply that texture.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for
Okay.
telling me. I probably won't change it though, because that's really complicated.
That's pretty simple, but okay. All right, so like I said, your shop menu should be working. Now, the next thing we're going to do is click on the shop menu. So right now, if you open up your shop menu, so if you press play and you open up your menu and you start clicking on those things, nothing's going to happen, or there's no feedback, or you don't see like a button being pressed. The reason why, it's because these are not buttons; these are all images. Images do not have button properties. So luckily, we're dealing with UI, so we can add buttons to them. So let's click on the buy. Let's click on the buy menu and let's click on all three. Just select on all three turrets, so we can do this at one step. So on the right-hand side, on your inspector, you should have your rectangle transform, your canvas render, and your image. And then we're going to click on Add Component, and we're going to look for button. Okay. So Add Component button. It's going to give you this button thing, and it's going to be like a big piece of component.
You just a minute.
Button. Yeah.
Where's my button? Oh, there.
Yeah. You must have not clicked it. Yeah, and then make sure you add buttons to all three of them. Okay. So once you have your buttons, the next thing we're going to do is if you take a look at the buttons information on your inspector, the most bottom part, it says on click parentheses and it says list is empty. So this list is empty. We need to fill this out with what we want the button to do. In this case, we want it to buy something. So this on click receives a script, and it receives a public function that accepts only one parameter. So we need to make that. So let's go back to our script first so we can lock it in. So let's go to our script here. And we're going to do our shop stuff. Okay, so we're going to make a function called buy turret. So let's go up here after can shop. We're going to click on void, buy turret, or sorry, public void buy turret. Okay, and then we're expecting what type of turret. So I'm just going to type.
You did torrent.
All right. Oh, sorry. Turret. I like to spell my turret as turret.
It rolls off the tongue better.
Yeah. Turret. Okay, so we have our turret. And then here, what we need to do is we need to grab the cost of this turret. So sadly, we don't have a way to kind of specify how much the turret will cost, because we can only pass one thing from our button, so it's a type. So the type has to keep track of. Will give us more information on. We can grab more information based on the type. So up here after can shop, we're going to add more information. So we're going to say public. First, we need to specify what things can we spawn. So game object, objects to spawn. So these are the turrets that we can spawn. So to spawn, and public game object text. Sorry, int. And it's going to be all our costs of our turrets. Okay, we're going to have these two lines. I'm sorry, I'm laughing because this car keeps beeping. There's a car right outside my
Have some
window.
decency. The car.
It's because every time a loud car passes by, this car it's so sensitive. The alarm is so sensitive. It starts to ring, and it's like the most annoying thing for the next 5 minutes. That's that I hate about working at home. Anyways, that's my thing. Okay, so we have these two stuff. We have our game object spawn, and then we have our ints. Now we can grab that information from our inside our function. So inside our buy turret, we can type in int cost. And so we're going to grab our cost, and it's going to come from costs. So the list we just made, and then it's indexed by type. Type. Okay. So here, if we do turret number 0, so it's going to go to cost. It's going to look at index number 0, and that's going to give us back the cost of that turret. It's gonna, if you do 1 or 2, and it's going to give us that information. Okay. Now here we need to check, can we purchase this turret? So the way we're going to do that is we're going to do a simple comparison. So we're going to say if money minus cost is greater than or equal to 0. Okay, so that means however much this thing costs minus how much money we currently have is greater than or equal to 0. That means we can buy it. Then we're going to buy it. Here we're going to say money minus equal to cost. We subtract the money. And of course, we update our money text. So you can just copy and paste the line that's on start, the money text.text money, and so on and so forth. Just copy and paste that in there. And finally, we are going to instantiate our object. Okay. So here, I'm just going to let you guys catch up. Here we need to specify where we want to spawn our turret. So we haven't done that part yet. So we need to specify. We know what we're going to spawn. That's our objects to spawn parentheses type. But where are we going to spawn it? We have to specify that. So, okay. So hopefully everyone catched up. Up here on public int cost, we're going to do another variable. And we're going to do a public, what should we do it? We should do a transform. So public transform, and this is going to be view or spawn location. Let's call it spawn location. Okay. So this is a transform. Basically, it's a position or rotation or scale. No and, so no or, it's and. So it's all three of them, and it's going to be a spawn location. Okay. Then we're going to make a private Boolean that we can show our object. So we say view spawn, or can view spawn, I guess. Can view spawn. Okay, so once we have these two variables, we're going to go down here back to money text. So now we know where we can spawn. It's called spawn location. So we're going to type one. We're going to make our object. So remember, to make our object, we have to use the word instantiate. That means create. And what are we going to create? We're going to create our objects to spawn, objects spawn at position type, because that is the turret we want to spawn. And where do we want to spawn it? We want to spawn it at spawn location, comma. And then here we cannot grab our rotation from our spawn location because it's tilted, or it's going to be rotated. So instead, we just want it to face forward. So we're going to say quaternion dot identity. Just means normal, normal rotation. Oh, I made a mistake here. It's spawn location dot position.
I'm not done yet. Can you please wait for me?
Yeah.
Mine says that the name objects to spawn does not exist in the
Did you check your spelling? Scroll up and then see the name of objects to spawn and see if it's the same thing you typed. Scroll up to your variables. And then see with the, it should say public game object brackets and the objects to spawn.
Fernando,
Yes?
Reese's computer crashed,
Nice.
so I think he'll get back on like in a few minutes.
Okay. I'll just type the code in a document and he can just he can just follow, he can just copy and paste that document. I think that makes it easier now.
Sorry, my
Yeah.
rarely crashed. I was able to refill all my tabs though, so I'm good. I was lucky.
Were you able to get back
so-
your Unity?
Yeah. I saved everything actually, turns out. So
Oh, that's good. Yeah, everyone should probably save their stuff before your computer crashes. Make sure you hit that control.
well,
S button.
if I had known my computer would have crashed, it probably would have saved, but
Okay. Well, either way, this is a good lesson for you to save your stuff. So I'll just copy and paste this whole stuff into a document. So you can just copy and paste it. So let me do that right now. So we can
okay, thanks.
catch up. Do you have Unity open?
I do. I'm only a few lines behind, so I could probably just copy it from your screen. I saved right before it crashed, so luckily.
Okay. All right then. Yeah. So all we did is just here. This is the only thing.
Okay.
Actually, these and also these two are variables.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
So I'll just wait a couple of, just let me know when you're ready so we can move on.
I'll just take a picture and then I'll copy it from there.
Okay.
You can carry on after. All right. You can continue.
Okay. So it looks like he's good. Okay. Now the next thing we need to do is we actually need to change our spawn location. So our spawn location currently is just somewhere. We need to specify where it is. So let's scroll down to where our update function is. So let's scroll down until we get to what is it? The second and last curly brace. So after this if statement. So after input.get key down, so right here. Okay. And then here we're gonna type if our other key is pressed. So here we're gonna say if input dot get key down. And this one key code. What button should we do?
What is this for?
No, I'm not gonna do key. I'm gonna do mouse. This is for selecting where we want to spawn our turret. So I'm not gonna do mouse.
Okay,
Yeah, we should just do like left click.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
gonna do left click. So get mouse button down and parentheses and 1. That's left click. I mean right click. Okay. Okay. So inside here we need to check. Well, we need to do our opposite thing. So we're gonna say can. What do we call it? We called it can view spawn. Okay. So we're gonna say can view spawn. Not equal, or sorry, equal to not can view spawn. Okay, so it's just the opposite. Now for this one, we're not going to put it inside our function, our if statement. I mean, because we need this to continuously move until we right click again. So it'll only disable if we right click again. So in here, we're going to type if can view target. So if can view target spawn equals true. That means we can view it. We're going to, so this is a new thing. So it's going to be raycasting, but we're going to do a different type of thing because it's going to be from mouse to the location. So we're going to do a raycast. We're going to do a ray, sorry. So ray equals ray, camera dot main screen to point, screen point to ray. And our location is going to be input dot mouse position. So all we're doing here is just grabbing the real world position based on where my mouse is currently pointing at. Okay. So once we have that, we now have a ray that's giving us a position. Now we can do a raycast. So we're going to say raycast hit, called hit, and we're gonna do a raycast. We're going to do if physics dot raycast, and this one's going to be simple. So we're just going to do ray and then out hit. Basis. Okay, so hopefully everyone catched up already. So we have a raycast, and then what we're gonna do is we're just gonna change our position based on where our ray is hitting. So we're gonna say view, view target spawn. Oh, sorry, that's dumb. What is it called? Spawn location. Spawn location. So we say spawn location dot position equals hit dot point. Okay. Now, this is going to give us, well, this will work. The only problem is it's going to give us exactly where we hit the in this case, the floor. The problem with that is the little icon that's going to show, it's going to be very thin. So it's going to be kind of fighting with the render, what to render. So we're going to give it a offset. So we're going to, here on the same line, we're going to say hit that point plus, and we're just going to make a new vector 3. And it's going to be 0. And our y position is the one we care about because we want it to be a little bit higher. So 0.1f and 0. So just a tad up and a semicolon. Okay. Okay, once you have that, press Control S to save. Let's go back to Unity and let's put this to work. Okay, so let's click on player. So on your player, we should now have a buy system, some sort of buy system, and our spawn location. So let's first work with the spawning stuff. So the spawning stuff, we have our we haven't even connected our money text. So let's connect our money text. So it says none text. So let's click and drag the text we made for the money. So it should be under the second panel. Click and drag it into money. Okay, and then objects to spawn. Click on the little arrow so you can.
Mine can't do that for some reason.
What's wrong with yours?
It doesn't let me. Like, wait.
Did you click on your panel and then scroll all the way down to the shop system? And then we're looking for we're looking for the money text, not the panel. So make sure you.
This is my money text.
So it should say text, not panel.
It is.
Yeah. Click on player. Okay. Scroll down to the shop system. Okay. Click and drag your text, not the panel. I think this is text. Yeah. Okay. Now click on the little button that's pointing to objects to spawn. So just click on the little arrow, and it's going to drop down, and it's going to say size 0. So we're going to change this to size 3 because we have 3 objects to spawn. Okay. And then these 3 objects, go to the assets folder, go to models, and then you have laser, missile, and turret, standard turret. So just click and drag each one into the player box. So element 0 should be, I'm gonna put my standard turret.
Does it have to be in order?
Yes, it has to be the order you put the whatever the buttons, whatever order you have them. So the first one, whatever you put, that's the first one that you should put.
Yeah,
then it's
sorry, I couldn't see your screen. What did you do?
Okay, so I went to assets folder, and then go to models, and then I have laser, missile, and standard turrets. So just click on your, just open that up, and then click on your player. Scroll down to the shop system, and then objects to spawn, it should be 3, and it's just element 0, 1, and 2. So just drag one turret into element 0, and then drag the other turret, go to the next folder, and then this is your missile. Second one.
How do you know the order?
The order should be whatever order you put on the buy menu. So if you click on the buy menu and you see how this is my first thing, this is my second, this is my third. So based on whatever image you put and whatever order you put, that's the order that you're gonna buy. Yeah, just to keep it consistent. Just make sure that. All right. And laser.
Fernando, I don't have the 3 elements inside of the shop menu.
Does it?
It just says size.
Yeah, change the size to 3. So instead of 0, type 3 and then press enter, and then the 3 elements should pop up.
I have a question about one of my scripts because I have a compiler error. So basically, it says that hit is like, it does not exist in the current context. So whenever I say hit, so like hit dot point and ray comma out hit, it just underlines hit. And so now I can't run it because I have compiler error.
Did you do a raycast hit? So look at my screen. Are you? Oh wait. Sorry. Did you do this raycast hit?
Raycast. Hold on. Let me find
It's
out.
right under ray.
Oh wait, where are you? I'm trying to find you
Let's
right
see.
now. Oh, okay. I see where you are. Yeah, I'll do that. I guess. Raycast. It hit. It worked. Thanks.
Yep. Okay. Make sure you save your script. So I didn't save my script, so I just saved it. So press Control S to your script. Okay. So okay.
My
So once you,
money a bit weird.
I'm sorry.
Never mind. Actually,
Okay. Okay. So on your shop system, like I said, let's continue. So we have objects to spawn, and we have your 3 objects. So make sure you have your three turrets. After that, go to costs, and then it says size is 0. Change this to 3. Whoops. Change the cost to 3, and it's gonna be 000. So here, add the same cost that you did for the cost of the turrets. So here I have 10 for my first one, second one's gonna be 15, and the third one's gonna be 20. Okay. If you want to change the cost, then you can just change the text and then change the numbers here. Okay.
oh my god, what's happening?
What's wrong?
Like suddenly one of my images text just disappeared.
What happened? Let me
I
see.
don't know.
Let me see your screen. Okay. Let's see. Which one's missing? Is it the first turret?
The first one, yeah.
Hmm. Okay. Can you click out of that stuff? So I can see the properties. Oh, the reason why, because your text is too big. So scroll down. Hold on. Scroll down. Scroll down. Okay. Not too much. Go up a bit. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So you see one of the things that says horizontal overflow and then vertical overflow. Click on wrap and then click on overflow. Yeah. And then vertical overflow. Click on truncate and then overflow. Yeah. And that should change
It does.
still not showing. Interesting. Click on the text again. Let's see. Oh, change your position from X, Y. Change it to 0, 0. Okay, bring it down just a bit. Click on the green arrow and then bring it down. Green arrow. Yeah. That's weird. Yours is not showing up. Wait, scroll up just a bit. I want to see the properties of the text. No. Click on your text. Yeah, and then scroll up just a bit. Okay, just leave it. Hold on. Scroll down. Scroll down just a bit. Scroll up. Can you click on your text? And erase everything. Erase everything and just type in 10. It's not showing up.
Should I just erase the text and make one?
Yeah, just delete that text and make a new one. Yeah, right click and then UI text. There you go. Now that was showing up. Yeah, that was weird.
But now
Yeah.
it's like,
And change it to the correct whatever text you had. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so on your player, you should have everything filled up. And then the last thing you need to fill is spawn location. So spawn location,
I haven't done it.
yeah.
Wait, just a minute. I haven't done the cost thing yet.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I'm done now.
Okay. So, like I said, what we're gonna do is we need to look for our spawn location. So our spawn location. Let's double click on our player. Let's click on our player. I mean, no, yeah, double click on your player, and we're gonna go to assets, go to PNG, and we're just gonna grab a simple circle. So you see, there's a circle there. Click and drag your circle into your player like that. Okay, and then it's a circle is gonna appear on your player. So, appear somewhere in the world. My circle appeared like right in the center. So just click on the X, Y, Z, and just make it 0, 0, 0 on the position.
The circle.
Yeah, the circle. Make it 0, 0, 0 on the X, Y, Z. It should be right on your player, like below your camera. Okay. And then of course we need to rotate this. So just rotate it on the X axis and then just change it to 90 degrees so it can be flat.
What are we making?
This is your spawn location thing.
Oh,
Yeah. Okay. Once you have this, just bring it down so you don't see it. Just bring it down like that on the world, like near the green floor, so it doesn't, when you begin the game, it doesn't like shove it in your face. Just click on your circle and just bring it down. It's just a green arrow. Just bring it down.
I don't know where I.
Just bring it down. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Doesn't matter. That's fine. Okay. So the last thing we need to do is we need to set our object here. So we're gonna click on player, and then the last thing is a spawn location. We're just gonna click and drag our circle from our hierarchy, and then drag it here on our spawn location. Okay. So click and drag your circle from here. Okay. So once you have that, and now you can play around with it. You can press play. And then if you right click, you'll see that the little circle will now follow your middle of the mouse. Okay, and then you stop right clicking, and then that's just gonna stay there now.
Wait, just
Where did you move your circle to?
Oh,
From
wait.
the hierarchy to the right side?
also my money's a little bit different.
What, your money? Oh, that's just text problem, so that's easy. Actually, you know what? The circle moves with you. You know what? Just unparent it. Click the circle and just drag it out. Don't make it a child anymore.
How do you
Because then
drag it out?
the circle is going to follow.
How do you drag it out?
Yeah, that's way better. To drag it out, just click on. So your circle is inside your player. So just click your circle and just drag it out like this. So then there's like a little arrow pointing out. Like that.
Here?
I have two questions.
What's up?
So one of them is I'm pretty sure you moved your circle from the hierarchy
No.
to the player inspector, correct?
Yeah. Okay. So this is what I did. Hold on. So I clicked on player. So just make sure you collapse everything so you have space. Just click and drag your circle out. Out there, and then it just becomes its own thing. Yeah. When you press play, now you can right click, and then the circle is going to follow you, and you let go, and then the circle is going to stay there.
And also my money text is a bit different.
The money text, you just have to fix it in the script.
But it looks perfectly fine when it's not playing, but then when it's playing, it's
I know. You just have to fix it in the script.
Fernando,
What's your second question? Yeah.
What?
Actually, but you drag your circle from the hierarchy to your player in the inspector, right?
Yeah.
So where do I drag it?
Your circle here to your player where it says spawn location. It should be the last thing in the shop system.
Okay. Oh, okay. I see it. And I got one more question.
Mm-hmm.
If I wanted, could I change my circle instead to the target PNG?
That's totally fine. You can do that.
Yes.
Yeah. Just if I want to change this to that, that's fine. Okay, you can do that. That's totally fine. That's the beauty of making games. Okay, so yeah, let's move on. So once we have this, let's do our actual spawning. Let's connect our spawning, because if we click on, let's just say I bring up the menu. I bring up the menu and then I click on this, right? But nothing spawns. You see how I can click? You see how the little kind of the color kind of fades and comes back? That's kind of signaling you're pressing this. But currently, let's see if I place it there. See, I click on the turrets, nothing's happening. Reason why? Because our buttons don't have a command. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go back. Oops, we're gonna go back to our canvas. Stop. Oh my god, this thing. Okay, so we're gonna go back to our canvas, and then for each turret, so click on a turret, and then on the turret, it's gonna have the button script, and then it's gonna say on click, and then the list is empty. So when the list is empty, of course nothing's gonna happen because you say on click, nothing's gonna happen. So instead, we're gonna click on the plus button here. So click on your image on the turret, whatever turret you have, and then click the plus button. Okay. In that plus button, it's going to say none object. And then what you're going to do is click and drag your player into this none object. So click and drag your player here. Okay.
Drag my player.
Yeah, drag your player. So the
I'm gonna do the function we made. It's like get turret.
not was it get turret? I think it's buy turret.
Oh, I don't remember. One of the
So we
two.
do that for every one of them.
Yeah, but first let's do the first one. Let's do the first one, and you guys can do the rest. So click on no function. So it says no function. Click on that, and we're gonna go to play a shop system, and there should be a thing called buy turret, and it says int. Okay.
Buy turret.
And then your first number is a 0. So 0 means this is going to be the first turret. Then do exactly the same for the other turrets. So just click the plus button. Do the same thing. Click and drag your player there. And then change the function to shop system by turret. And this one, instead of 0, it's going to be 1 because this is my next target, my next turret. And then do the same thing with the last one.
So then the next one will be 2.
Yeah, and then the last one would be 2. So we have 0, 1, and 2.
Now do we have to like make the money thing?
Yeah, so let's just test this out first. Let's press play, and then let's bring up the buy menu. And first, let's select the location. So right click and then select the location. Then buy something. Okay, well, it's not working yet.
Because we
Perfect.
don't have the money.
Yes, because we don't have any money. Correct. So to give ourselves money, click on the player. Okay. And then on the player, there's a thing called money. Just give yourself some money. I'm gonna give myself 50.
$1,000.
Just gonna give myself 15 just to see like if we don't have money, it's not gonna let us spawn. So here it's gonna be 50. I press play, and let's see, I choose a location, and then I open up my menu, and then voila, I have my first object. I right click again. I want this to be my other location. I buy that. Good. And see how my money is updating? I now have 15. 15
I don't have money.
Monies
I
left.
still don't have money.
So I right click here, and then I buy my last one. I have like five monies left, and then I can't buy anything else, which means this thing is now good.
Don't have money.
You don't have money?
Yeah. Money text. Oh, do I have to put the money text into?
Yeah.
Wait just a minute. Let me see how I just did it.
When I put my like laser beam turret down, it's like up a little bit. Like it's
Yeah,
not fully on the floor.
that's the problem on this this model has a problem. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
And for me, the only one that works is the turret, which is odd.
Make sure you have everything linked correctly.
What do you mean?
Make sure you have everything at 0 or whatever, or 1 or 2, depending on the turret.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
floating in the air.
Yeah, the laser one floats in the air. Again, it's just a problem
Okay.
with the model. Yeah, that's not our problem.
I'm gonna build another one. My text is still a little bit like weird.
Yeah. Okay. So to fix your problem, go back to your script.
Just a minute.
Stop playing. Stop playing. You have to stop playing. Yeah. Okay. Maximize your screen. You can't hit the play. Yeah. Okay. Go back to your script. No, script. Script. It should be already open. Just go to Visual Studio. Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. Scroll up. Go up. Okay, right there. Okay, you see where it says money text dot money, and then you have just quotation marks. So after the word money, do colon space, and then $sign. No, colon and then space. And then $sign. Yeah, and then do the same thing with like 3 lines below, where it's the same thing with money. Line 28. Yeah. Colon space and then $sign. Yeah. Now save it. Control S. And then go back, and it should work better. I think that's the format you wanted.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yep. Okay. I'm gonna build.
Okay.
The
So
most
that's good.
expensive one. The missile launcher. Oh, I can
What's that?
switch. I go through them.
Okay. So someone else have a question? Something doesn't work?
Yeah, I think I had a problem because whenever I move the circle and then I click on the thing that I want to buy, the circle just moves and it places it right in front of me.
Oh, yeah. So to place, okay. So the whole purpose of this is you right click. So you select where you want to spawn, and you right click again to let it go.
Oh, I think it's because I put it as left click. Okay, I'll change that.
I made sure everything was assigned correctly. It's all good, except still only the standard turret is working.
Okay. Can you share your screen so I can see what's cooking?
Yeah, I can. What's cooking? Never heard that before. All right. So I'll just
a moment. Okay.
So yeah, it's pretty simple thing. Basically, click the standard turret, it doesn't work. Click over here, lasers, or this doesn't work. Even though it does turn like darker when I hover over it, so I know it's like actually like I don't know. I know that means something, but it's just not working.
Okay. Click on your player. Okay, I'll scroll down. Okay, we have our laser turret.
Can you do it outside the map?
Hold on one moment. Can you click on hold on. Can you click on laser turret?
Yeah.
No, sorry. On the hierarchy, the button, laser turret button. Yeah. Scroll down. We have 0. Why does it say off?
Oh, I don't know. It's just us. Wait. Oh, that's why. Okay, I get it. It's because so I started off by hitting. I went over to the standard turn and I hit plus, and it came up with this where it says runtime only and all that. And I tried it again, but then I already realized there was already one set, so I didn't need to make another one. But I just realized it doesn't have runtime only on it, so it should probably work now.
It's not going to work because you have a number. You have a number 3 there. The number 3 shouldn't let you spawn.
Okay.
a third thing. It should be 0, 1, 2, not 0. There's no
Oh,
3.
Alright.
Check your numbers. So that's 0,
Yeah.
1. Yeah, that one should be 2.
2.
Or
Okay.
else you'll be out of bounds. Yeah.
Thanks.
Cool beans. Okay.
0%.
All right. Does anyone else have problems with their project?
Nope, mine doesn't have a problem.
I'm good.
Okay. So this stuff you can work on it by yourself. Like how to add money to your project. So we went over collisions, so you can make a simple coin. You guys don't have to follow me anymore. You could just see my screen and kind of get a sense of like where to go. So you guys can practice at home too.
Where do you like add more stuff?
Yeah, you can totally add more stuff.
Wow.
If you want to add the target system, you can. You can add the AI we did last time, and then so the turrets can shoot the targets or shoot enemies, make enemies follow you. Nav meshes, again, whatever you want. So here I'm just gonna create a simple. Again, don't you don't have to follow me. Just watch. So here 3D. I'm gonna make a capsule. I'm not capsule. What's wrong with me? Cylinder. I'm gonna squeeze this kind of like a coin. I'm gonna rotate this. Remove the capsule
Oh,
collider.
you can like go around and like collect those and like get money.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, this can be served as money. So I'm gonna just
It just
yellow.
pops up like whenever.
Yeah. So then this has a rigid box collider and then rigid body, and then this does not follow gravity. It's kinematic. So whenever you touch this, you can have a player and you can add another component called collect coins. And then in collect coins, you can have a function of
Make
the
it disappear and have more
Yeah.
coins.
I'll add on collision enter or on this. Sorry, not on the player. On this. So on when this is touched by the player, then it's going to call the function from the player. You can do it in shop system. You can do another function here. You can say like public add money, and then like int amount, and then here it can be a simple like amount or money. Money plus equal amount, right? And then that adds money. Or what you can also do is every time you defeat an enemy, that gives you money, and they can be in waves and so on and so forth. And they can be limitless. But again, it's I would like you to practice this at home.
Or you can have prey.
Yeah, you can try to figure it out yourself. Okay. So does anyone have any questions for what we just did today?
Not for me.
I don't
Okay.
have any questions about this.
Huh? Someone was saying something? Okay, so like I said, I am currently running out of basic stuff to teach you guys because I'm getting to a point where we're getting almost all the basic stuff ready. So the next thing, do you guys want something specific that you want me to teach you guys? Because I'm thinking of doing animations next time. So I'm putting a 3D character. You guys can download a 3D character and add animations to them. That's the next step. And then ragdolls. And then after that, I would like to get into
like actual games.
Are we
Yeah.
ever gonna work on 2D games?
We did do 2D games. That's the beginning. I did that in the beginning of the this session. If you guys want me to change back to 2D, I can. If you want me to stay in
Yeah.
3D, that's totally fine
If we
too.
do 2D, I have a good
I kind
idea.
of like 2D also. Like I'm fine with either
Yeah, me
3D or
too.
2D.
If we do 2D, I have a good idea if there's something we could do.
Yeah.
Okay. So do you guys want to move back to 2D then?
Yeah, we can do.
Yeah,
2D.
let's do some 2D.
Yeah, 2D sounds like the move.
Mhm.
Okay, so let me finish up with these two things then. So next week is going to be the last week for 3D then, and then from there we'll switch back to 2D, and then we'll get the feel of 2D. And then if you guys want to continue with 2D, then we can continue. If you don't want me to make a certain game, then just let me know, and we can do that.
All right, sounds like a plan.
Yeah. Mhm. All right, sounds good, guys. I think Kumar is Kumar here? Yeah. Kumar, I think Kumar told me to finish the class right now. Kumar, do you want to say something or finish the class before I take off? Or we take off? I think we should all yell his name like Kumar.
Kumar!
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 Where are you at?
I think he might be gone.
Yeah. Um, let me see if he's there.
Imagine him coming back, just seeing like thousands of messages in the chat, just yelling his name. I gotta go.
Okay, if you guys need to go, that's fine. You guys can take off.
Yeah,
Um,
Thank
Okay.
if,
you.
Yeah.
if
Bye,
it's something
thank
that Kumar
you.
wants, then I'll just tell him to email you guys. All
Alright,
right, take care,
thank
guys.
you.
Thanks for coming.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks.
Bye.
What's up?